Hey everybody, Roxabox90 here with a quick analysis of the Journey into Nyx trailer. It was officially released by WotC today, I believe, or within the last day or two. And the trailer looks really cool, and I seriously recommend you guys go check it out. I will put the link to it in the description of this video so you guys can go watch the full thing with the full volume and hear the whole thing. I think it's fantastic, but let's go through the trailer and maybe it'll help you guys understand a little bit more of what I think is going on in the trailer. So we start off with the usual, the logo. Sorry if there's a little bit of lag. So the light music at the beginning, we see Elspeth standing, and she's surveilling what appears to be Akros. And if you notice here, there's flames and fire of the wars. If you remember, she was fighting on behalf of Iroas and the Acroans against Mogis and the Minotaurs. I presume that this is somehow related to that battle, or maybe the aftermath of that battle. I think that's what's going on here. And in the background, we hear the voice of, I wasn't sure if it was Athreos or Erebos, but I think later in the trailer we get an idea of who it might be. Here we have Iroas and Mogis fighting hand in hand. It kind of reflects the war that was ongoing for a while. Obviously, the gods themselves are kind of removed from reality in a sense, so they're over here fighting an epic war. There was a card we just saw with this art, so the one that does double damage, I forget the name of it. And so here we see that art brought to life. Very cool. And then we have here the card of Krufix. Here it appears to be a lot less defined. I kind of prefer what they did here with the art, where they faded him more into a shadow, whereas if you look on the card itself, it's more purpley and defined, a little more cartoony, whereas here I think it's much more shadowed and looks very much like him. And of course the animation looks absolutely stunning. And Krufix is hiding out by his by some waterfalls in the temple. Then here we have he's talking about the hero's journey being long and arduous and how people don't really reward you. We've seen this art I think before, but pretty much it seems to be the Acroan soldiers are coming out and fighting. And here we have them mentioning that Ajani is here. We've seen this card. It was the Strive card in white. Ajani is fighting, helping out. What's going on? Elspeth gets Godsend, which is the sword supposedly that can kill a god, which is pretty neat. She found that out from Krufix. We see the art. I'm telling you, the animation just gets better and better. Ajani and Elspeth are working out together. They're both heroic characters, so we're not quite sure who he's referring to. Pretty sure it's Elspeth, because what we see here, this looks like a young Elspeth hiding out over here. And this, I believe, is a Phyrexian arm, because she's chained up. And if I remember from the lore, Elspeth was, her world was taken over by Phyrexians, I believe. And she was imprisoned in a Phyrexian jail. So this actually might be harkening back to that lore, which I think is pretty neat. That they're saying, look at where she started, and now we see where she is now fighting. And he's talking about the inevitability, the sunrising, sunsetting of heroes, and how this is the kind of a hall of triumph. It's an artwork of her, what will happen if she goes. But we all have to cross the river someday. In other words, that we all die. All mortals die. And who would be the one to claim them? I'm pretty sure this is Erebos, looking pretty cool. I don't know if it's an actual card or not, but it does look fantastic. And here you fly into his eye, you see the afterlife, the damned, pretty much, people. And Elspeth and Ajani facing off against, and I'm telling you have to see this full screen as high definition as possible. It looks gorgeous, facing off against Xenagos. But what's interesting here is that there's an implication that Erebos is coming for Elspeth to claim his prize. So it makes it, I wonder if he's coming to claim Elspeth. Does that mean she's going to die? Ajani's going to die? It's implied it's Elspeth, but they kind of leave it very vague. Is he coming to claim the prize if she dies? Maybe he's coming for Xenagos because he knows that she's going to overthrow and perhaps kill Xenagos, and then he'll come for Xenagos. It's a little unclear, but I think it's part of the fun of the trailer. And he says Elspeth here. At the very end of the video, he says Elspeth, something like that. Very, very faint. So it's implied that he's coming for Elspeth, but if I was Erebos, I'd come for either or. If she kills Xenagos, okay, cool. I'll take Xenagos. Or I'll take Elspeth, whoever dies. I don't really know what his connection is to Elspeth, why he wants Elspeth more, but maybe that was something in the lore I missed. And here is the river the Athreos is crossing and journey into Nyx. As we see here, the logo fades in and it says rival the gods, and I think that's why in the pre-release we're going to have that flavor of taking on the gods. That's the trailer. That's my brief analysis of it. I hope it helped you guys out. You guys can go and check out the trailer itself and see it in all its glory. Hopefully some of these comments will give you some thoughts of your own, or at least give you some background of what I think is going on here. So thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, tap the like button, and if you're new to the channel, check in and subscribe. As always, RoxyBox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.